Good afternoon, you guys. I want to get on here and give you guys a reaction. I will be doing a reaction on one of my videos. It was brought to my attention that actually that particular restaurant that I was actually in, they actually had a fire. And the reason why I'm reacting on that particular video is because that's a video that I did that gave me the confidence to keep going and doing my reactions. It actually was a video that I did on Olivia. Olivia is one of the three moms that is in the mommy sector that a lot of people actually do reactions on. Right now, I'm to the point where it's kind of taking me back because at the end of the day, I found out it's been about 2 weeks ago that actually that particular restaurant they had a fire at the restaurant. I'm not real sure what happened, why that restaurant's not there, anything like that. The reason why I was to the point where I thought about that video, it was because I really wasn't to the point where I actually wanted to do reactions. I got to the point where I was getting tired of doing reactions. I was gonna stop doing them, but I looked at that video and that's what kept me going and made me keep doing reactions. Now, in that particular video, I'm actually speaking on Olivia. Olivia is to the point now where they're saying that she is about to move back to Florida. Now, me personally, I think that that's actually a storyline. I don't think Olivia's trying to move back to Florida. I think she's trying to create a narrative and spin the narrative to make and let people know that she actually has options, if that makes sense. Olivia is not to the point where she doesn't have any content. I'm not gonna say that because Olivia has a lot of content. She has children, so that is her content. But I don't think that she's gonna go back to Florida permanently. Now she might go there for a minute, but I think she's gonna double back and go right back to actual Texas. But yeah, that video actually I did it. I just reacted. I was just, just a random rant, just like it says. And when I was in there, I actually was waiting on someone to come and actually have lunch with me. So I decided I was gonna do a video. Now, also up here where we are, we actually have a lot of giveaways. People are doing toy drives and doing the most. So I was driving past, and that's really what got me to the point where when I got home, I decided I want to do a reaction. Now I've been hearing a lot about my jazzy life. People are basically saying that my jazzy life is trying to have another baby. I personally don't think that she needs to have another child, but guess what? That's not my uterus. She can do whatever she wants with her uterus. Jasmine seems like to me like she's in a rush to try to have another child. I don't know why. I'm not understanding why she would want to keep adding more children. Jasmine already has 5 kids. That will make us total 6. I don't know if she's to the point where she's trying to create a bigger family or she's just trying to reach for content. I personally think that she's basically trying to reach for some content and she really doesn't have anything else to actually talk about right now. So she's basically just talking about and saying whatever she, feel like will get the people talking. And when I say the people talking, the reactors. Now, basically, they're saying allegedly that she came for a reactor. I'm not gonna say that channel's name because I watch the channel sometime. My thing about my jazzy life is that I don't understand her and why she is so to the point where she goes back and forth and acts as though she doesn't like the reactors. A lot of times, the things that people react on is what brings traffic to her channel. Now, sometimes people might go overboard. They might say some things that they ain't got no business saying, and they might, take it overboard, especially when it comes to the children. Now, I have done some reactions on my jazzy life. A lot of them I've been to the point where I have been unbiased. I have spoken my opinion. People might be to the point where they may feel like what I'm saying is not what they feel. See, when you get to the point where you're being a reactor, you got to be ready for a lot of controversy. And most importantly, you got to be ready for people to come for you. Now, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop doing reactions. I'm not going to stop doing reviews. Now, I do the reviews, and the reason why I do the reviews, because some people to the point where they're flocking to the reviews and they're liking it, and I'm seeing that I'm getting a lot of views, if that makes sense. But like I tell y'all, I don't do this for the views. I do this because I like actually doing it. It's something to do. It's a hobby. It's an outlet. I'm a mom, so I got a lot going on. So this give me a chance to actually, do some things that I like to do. But that particular video that I did at Burger King, that was one of the videos that got me to reacting on people. Now I'm not to the point where I was screaming at people or doing the most like I've done on a couple of videos that I had to do ahead of time, but I had to do what I had to do. I had to get that out the way. But like I told you guys, I still would bring you guys content. I'm not gonna stop doing it on my page. This is my page. I'm gonna do whatever I do over here. Now I've gotten to the point where I've stopped going live on my Facebook. And the reason why I don't go live on my Facebook as much is because, like I told you guys, I actually get paid over there. I got my reels going. I got a lot going on over there. I'm not trying to mess my page up like that, if that makes sense. Now I can go over there and go live over there, but I got to keep it cute and quiet as it's kept. People got to understand, if I go on Facebook, I got a lot more stuff I can go live about. You feel me? It's a lot going on. We got a lot of things going back and forth as far as the Latrus are concerned, but I ain't trying to interject myself in that because at the end of the day, they are a married couple. I've never been married, so I don't really like to interject myself in those type of situations. That makes sense. Now I have been following them for a minute. I'm not gonna say how long. Now, as far as my opinion is, I feel like people need to mind their business and let them people live their life. Now, a lot of people might say, why would you say that when they public figures? Because at the end of the day, just that they public figures, but they still people. Now, they might have chose to do a skit or whatever, and it might have went left or however it went, and everybody was to the point where they became vulnerable and they started telling truths. Then some people started telling lies. Now, I have looked at a lot of people that was saying that it was to the point where Mr. LaTruth, they felt like he was the one that actually was the culprit. Now, what my perspective of it is, I ain't gonna take no sides on it because at the end of the day, we don't know what goes on in that particular house. We don't know what went on in the marriage. We can just go back and forth all day with accusations and saying what we think happened. I personally think that, because I've been looking at his wife's channel. She has a lot going on over there. She getting to the bag. I can't be mad at that. The husband doing the same thing. He's spinning the narrative in his favor. He actually has a book. Most importantly, he is getting the people riled up. That's what you do over there. See, I be studying their pages and looking at other people's pages because that's give me inspiration on what I can do as far as my channel. Now, I'm thinking on my particular channel, I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing, keep keep going live, and I'm gonna spin the narrative. I'm not gonna do no skits because that's exhausting. Doing skits, you got to keep it's a lot. And then when you to the point where you're not doing skits, people think that it is a skit. If that makes sense. So that's kind of pretty much what that particular couple got going on. Everybody trying to nitpick it apart, trying to figure out what's true and what's not. Now, like I said, I ain't gonna go too deep into that. And I also was looking at the live courtroom thing of Gunner and the other guy that actually is trying to get released. Like I said, a lot of times, you be looking at stuff and you going through or however, and I'm trying to see what they got going on. But it looks like Gunner is actually going to be released. But a lot of his personal items, allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly, because when I'm on this platform, I can't be you saying stuff about people and it's not true. That's why I'm gonna say allegedly. He will be released, and most of his belongings, they're trying to keep it, namely that phone. Now, my thing of it is, my take of it allegedly, I think the reason why they're probably trying to keep the phone because they want to see what's in there and the stuff that he actually had as far as the person belongs, they got rid of it. You see what I'm saying? So I think they probably gonna give him proper time served. They're gonna let him out and they're gonna, let him do what he do. Now, I personally hope that he does get out. I'm gonna tell you why. I used to follow him back in the day when he started as a rapper. A lot of his stuff I did not like as far as what he did, but that has nothing to do with his craft. He's a very gifted person. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully when he get a chance to get released, he can do just what he does and get back to the music. You understand? Now all the other stuff that he did or however, allegedly, that got him there, he may want to go back to doing that again. You see what I'm saying? Everybody got to face it sometime, and most importantly, everybody got a past. But it's a matter of what you do with your past and how you come back. Now the other particular guy, he's already been released, so we hoping that gonna get released and he allegedly get back to what he know how to do, and that's do the music. Also, I ran across another thing that people are talking about, and I'm gonna say allegedly. They're speaking on the fact that Glorilla, which is actually a rapper. She's up and coming. She's out of Memphis, Tennessee. She actually is looking for an assistant. When I saw that on Facebook, I had to look at it again. I was like, she looking for an assistant? So everybody's to the point, allegedly, they actually have they got an opinion on her. They're like, why is she saying that she's going to pay a certain amount of a wage, this and that, blase this and blase that? Allegedly, people are saying, well, the wage she paying is actually pennies and this and that, blase this. And I went over the actual, itinerary because she put it up there of what she wanted that person to do. Now, the perspective that I got from it, she wants you to be her personal assistant. You base it to the point where this is what she can pay you, not saying you can't do nothing outside of that. You see what I'm saying? You might could get to the point where if you're a hairstylist and you get the job, you might could get over there. You might see another potential person. They might want to hire you to do hair. You never know. It gives you exposure. But what I realized in her, what she narrowed down, she prefers somebody that does not have children. I personally think that it's a great opportunity for somebody that actually wants to take it serious. You see what I'm saying? Because she's an up and coming artist. You got to understand that she got a lot of stuff that she might got tied in allegedly that she really can't pay like you thinking she can pay. You see what I'm saying? You looking at the outside, what she got on, what she projecting, this and that. That does not mean that everything that you think that she got, that she ain't got no that tied to something else. If that makes sense. Now I was there when she went live, when she actually signed the deal with Yo Gotti. And when she signed the deal, I felt like I knew her as a person myself because I was like, she was so happy, so it hyped me up. She had all her girlfriends. I think she had like 10 girls with her. They got on the plane and they signed the paperwork. Next thing you know, she was putting the money to her ear. And that's when I realized that she actually had signed the deal. And she done took off ever since then. Now, allegedly, people are saying, well, we created a monster. We got her thinking that she this and she that. I personally think that she's a great rapper. I like her style of rap. I like the things that she rap about. Now, a lot of people say she be ratchet with her rap and she do the most. I like to see her rap, especially when she was on the BET Awards. She represented, and her hair, her makeup, all that was on point. Now, as far as her hair is concerned, the actual gentleman that did her hair, he actually lives down here in Montgomery, Alabama. So, she show love for the people down south, and that's what I like about her. I like her music. Now, on a personal level, she's really funny. She has an actual, not only a personal page, but she has her music page as well. And she actually tells us what's her first, last, and middle name. And when she broke it down, one night I had a lot going on. I thought it was funny. I said, "Now let me look at that again." She telling me that's her middle name. I was like, "Okay, I don't think that's I don't think that's the truth." So I went back and looked at it again, and yes, that's her government name. I'm not gonna say her government name. You have to get a point where you got to go over there and see it yourself. But as far as people, what they got saying about whether or not the wage that she's paying is low, actually, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because she keeping it 100 about what she gonna pay. See, some entertainers will get you to be their assistant. They'll tell you they're going to pay you this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that for you. And a lot of times you get in there thinking that's what it is, and then you get mad. At least she being honest and telling you what she's paying. And she said a lot of reason why she's paying like that is because that's what she was making before she actually got to the money. You see what I'm saying? So if you pay attention, she basically telling you got to grind. This is an entry level type position. A lot of people saying, well, that she want to do girl. Why she won't get somebody that work, one of her homegirls to do it? No, she don't want one of her homegirls to do it. Because at the end of the day, she trying to get you to the point where you actually can make some moves and you can actually advance. Now, you might get to the point where you might get in there. You might well say, hey, I'm tired of this. I'm this, I'm that. She ain't paying this and that. You don't never know. I tell you what, who would be a great candidate for that position? Somebody actually is a rapper. You see what I'm saying? This girl is to the point she done network with a lot of people and she done touch elbow with a lot of folks. She might get that person to the point where they actually get their music out there. It's a lot of avenues and it's a great opportunity for the right person that want to take it serious. You don't worry about what she paying because you never know the pay could go up. You'll never know how that thing gonna work. You see what I'm saying? Everybody picking her apart. She done made a shade room. She done went everywhere. I just seen on YouTube where she actually made a page on there, and I actually was looking at her when she actually was smiling and showing her diamonds and doing the most. I can do nothing but smile. Now I'm waiting patiently to see who she actually chooses as her assistant, and I'm gonna be like a little back and forth on my little computer trying to figure out, trying to see what they got going on. I'm hoping that she add them that way I can follow them on Instagram. That way I can see what they got going on and follow the journey. Now that we got that out of the way by Glorilla, we gonna move forward to something else I seen on the YouTube streets. Now we got these people to the point where they're worried, like I said, about Olivia. They keep saying that Olivia is not going back to Florida, and she need to worry about her child support allegedly. I'm keep saying allegedly because you know I have stuff I got to pay too, so I ain't wish no bad karma on nobody. But hopefully Olivia does not have any unpaid child support, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because with her moving different places and doing what she doing, you need to make sure your you know your child support, if you owe it, I'm gonna say allegedly, is paid up. You see what I'm saying? Because you'll never know. You might one day you might decide you want to get tired of YouTube. You don't want all that arrears and all that child support to come and hunt you. Because it will, best believe it will hunt you. Because you husband and maybe they could come to an agreement, because it seemed like they got going around what we got going on with his fiance be positive co-parent. That's just my opinion. Now, as far as the baby that she has, a lot of people have a lot of things to say about the baby. They don't think that that's her baby. They think it maybe it's her sister's baby. I personally think that yeah, it's her baby. But I think that she don't want to show the baby because at the end of the day, she might feel like she ain't got to show the baby if she don't want to. You feel me? Because she has already brought her other three kids full front and center for us to see. She feel like she gonna this little piece to keep y'all talking and keep you reacting. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's gonna keep her relevant. You feel me? And if you to the point where y'all don't like it, she gonna get on live and she gonna tell you how she feel. That's just my opinion. Now somebody else might see it another way, and you might say, "Hey, nah, that ain't how we see it." But hopefully, she will go back to Florida. I'm gonna tell you why. Olivia needs the support of her family, her mother, her sister, and whoever else she got in her family. Because right now, she breaking down right in front of us. She wants to put on this front like she actually is strong and that this stuff ain't her, but yeah, it is. It's hurting her. I can tell. I've been through some of the stuff that Olivia has been. Anytime you to the point you've been with a man that long and you to the point where you marry him, you ain't finna tell me that you ain't got over him that quick. And the fact that he actually done moved on with Nisha, that's the main thing that's breaking her down. But she's trying to be strong about it and make us think it's about the parenting, as far as him letting her see the kids. I think he's been very, lenient with her as far as the children are concerned, but I guess she feel like she could spin the narrative and kind of, manipulate his hand and make him do stuff that the courts didn't say he don't. In other words, they're not. Now, Lydia knows what the doctor said because she has but she put places this and blase that. Now, when she has the children, a lot of times people say allegedly she does not vlog with them. She don't do this and she don't do that with them. I think it's one of those things where she, Olivia needs to speak to somebody. I ain't saying that she crazy or nothing like that right there, but she needs to have a conversation with somebody and vent. Sometimes you got to vent. You can't vent the family. You can't vent the YouTube. You have to vent to somebody. But I see her breaking down in front of us, and it's hard for me to watch. You feel me? Even though I react on her. That's why a lot of time I try to, keep it cute and I don't try to go in too much. Because if you lose children, that's going to break you down as a mother if you're a real mother. You see what I'm saying? But if you're a mother that ain't about nothing, you don't care about your children, you ain't going to worry about that. They ain't gonna even affect you in any type of way. But Livia's breaking down, so I know it affects her in certain types of way. But everybody's saying that, she's immature, she this and that. But they got to understand, a lot of times, what you think a person is doing is immature might not be immature to them, but that makes sense. Now, I personally hope that one day they can co-parent on a positive level. And the reason why I say that, because that way it makes it better for the children. See, when you co-parenting with somebody, you got to think about the child. Yeah, to the point where you got to go and cry and punch the air, but you need to do what's best for the children. Now, it looks like, as far as Gerard is concerned, he actually is the more stable parent. Now, I'm gonna use my words carefully. I ain't gonna say the better parent. I can't say that right now because I don't know. I'm on a personal level. I'm looking at what social media is presenting to me, and I'm forming my opinion. You see what I'm saying? He's the more stable parent. Now he's to the point where he has a fiance, and he actually to the point saying that he is going to marry her. Now his fiance is getting kudos because she actually is stepping in and being a stepmama. Now I personally don't see nothing wrong with that. I can say that because I'm on the outside looking in. But if that was me, I would be just like Olivia. I'd be breaking down. But on difference is I wouldn't be doing it on social media. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like, hey, it's over with. He done moved on. Because we done had years together. If you got years together with a person just like Olivia had with that dude, you ain't gonna ever go away. You might pretend like you don't like him, you don't want him, and this and that. No. I'm gonna tell you what's going on in their head of hers, and I'm gonna say allegedly. She's in her mind feel like she built him up, and now he's going and being in love and doing everything that she wanted with another woman. That's how she thinking. Now she ain't thinking about what she did or what she did to push him away. She just thinking about what he did. That's why every time she get on here, y'all say, she pointing at him, what he did, what he did. Yeah, that's how she looking at it. Yeah, that's how she looking at it. I ain't gonna sit up here and say that woman don't love her kids. A lot of people say she don't love her kids. No, I'm not gonna say that. Right now, she can't be the strong parent and the stable parent for her kids right now. And I'm gonna say allegedly. Maybe she will get to that point. That way the children will have a better co-parenting experience. When both parents are stable, the children win every time. Not saying they're not winning now, but they definitely win when both parents are stable on each end. It should be to the point where she should be able to be cordial with Nisha. Now I say that, but I don't think I could be cordial with her either. but you know what I'm saying. You just have to a lot of time put your big girl panties on. You see what I'm saying? She finna be his wife. You got to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And you need to play your role and do what you do and do what's most important for the children. Now I'm hoping that one day Olivia's mom will be to the point where she'll pull Olivia to the side and say, "Hey, nah, this ain't what you need to be doing. Let's have a conversation." Because I know she's seeing some of the stuff that's going on with her daughter. I don't know if she to the point where she taking her side, she taking Gerard's side. I don't know. But her daughter is basically breaking down in front of us as far as YouTube is concerned. And I see that as a problem because at the end of the day, everybody's mental needs to be addressed. Now, a lot of people are saying in my lives that I needed to see somebody. I needed to have my mental check. No, ma'am. I always keep a mental check on myself. When I go to the doctor, if I need some additional help, I'm gonna speak to my doctor and I'm gonna get what I need. That's just me. I'm gonna keep my overall health in check because I know I got to take care of my children. If I ain't right, I can't take care of them. If that makes sense. But as far as my jazzy life, that thing about having another baby, I don't know, sis. I think you better rethink that one. Even if you ain't trying to do that one, don't do that. Now, as far as her situation, it seemed like her and Philip, like they okay as far as on the parents level. And I'm just saying that because I'm on the outside looking in. Now he does have a new friend loosely. I don't know whether or not they're engaged or not, but I think they are to the point they're about to get engaged. And this good thing on she loving her baby plus. There's a lot of women out there that when they get the children, they do the most. They don't want the daddy to see them, pick them up, none of that. She get the kids, she do their hair, she get them dressed. They have all kind of parties and over there. I watch his particular channel too. That's Philip. But it seems like they trying to do what they can as far as co-parent when it comes to the children. Now, Jasmine to the point where she gets defensive because she said allegedly about people saying that she don't feed her children. Now, me personally, I'm gonna tread lightly with that one because I don't know if she feeding her children or not because I'm not looking in her refrigerator like that. And most importantly, I can't pay attention like that. See, a lot A lot of people forming their opinions about how the children look, their weight, and stuff like that. There, we kind of got to perceive small because you have children that you can feed them, you can do the most, do whatever, they still won't be, you know, they don't mess with me. It's what saying she's doing what she needs to do as far as the children and making sure they're getting a nutritional, intake as far as food is concerned. Because that's very important for growing children. I have to take that into account when it comes to my child. A lot of times he in and out, he be want to eat stuff, he want to do that. I'll never tell him no. That's not the kind of parent I am. If he gets something and he eats too much, he's to the point where he can't, and he overdo it. I just said, don't worry about that. Just gonna put it in the trash. Cause that's what he like. When I pick him up from school, he like his snacks. He gotta make sure that want me to dress everything. I ain't even go. I got to have. He ready for me to make him some lunch. We get in the house by 4:00. He want lunch, and then by the time we get about 2 hours later, he want dinner. Then when he lay down for real, he gonna want dinner again. That's type of stuff that my child does, but I never tell him no. And I keep snacks, and I make sure I cook, and I do the most, and I clean for my child. Because I don't want nobody ever say my child was hungry. I don't ever want nobody ever have to feed my child, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather for him to be naked and make sure that he actually is fed. Not saying I want him naked, but that's just where I'm going with it. But Jasmine, to the point where I think she really is trying to conceive another child with Chris. Now, as far as the accusation, what people say they think Chris is cheating, because they've been bringing that baby mama front and center and saying that, maybe he is actually cheating with her. I personally don't think he is. I'm going to tell you why. That would be too close for comfort for him to actually be cheating with that baby mama. Because at the end of the day, she drops the children off to them, and if they got something going on, I'm pretty sure that they ain't gonna be able to hide it that good. You see what I'm saying? Chris don't seem like that he really can, pull that type of stuff. That could be wrong. He could be over there banging that baby mama out. I don't know. But I see a lot of people also talking trash to her about as far as the baby. When he gonna get a haircut? Now I be looking at his little head. I be doing the most. I'm saying to myself, maybe Jasmine will get him a haircut. Because somebody commented on one of her videos. It was like, when you gonna get him a haircut? We want to see. Or you can do it at home and let Chris do it. She said, no, he's actually going to get a haircut, but they're not going to do it at the house. So hopefully when the baby does get a haircut, she will vlog and let us see it. Because I personally want to see that too. You know what I'm saying? I want to see whether or not he, like a lot of babies do, he cry. See how he look. I think he's going to look real handsome with his first little haircut. Because I remember when I had my first haircut with my son, it actually went pretty smooth. It didn't take a whole lot. His dad was there. And, it actually was a great experience. I just didn't vlog it. At that particular time, I wasn't really doing YouTube like that. So I wasn't able to do that. You see what I'm saying? But as far as Jasmine is concerned, hopefully she ain't trying to have, hey, this Jasmine. She probably is. And she going to use that as a storyline. See, Jasmine got a lot of content over there, but she always go back to the one that get her the reactors talking the most is when she trying to conceive. I went back and looked at some of her old videos and, some of the stuff she used to do. I just said, wow, she really be, she like to keep them reactors talking. She really do. She be pretending like she don't like the actual attention from the reactors, but yes, she do. She like it. Because see, they get her ideas. A lot of times she throw stuff out there to see what they going to say, and she going to pick it back off what they say, and she said, I'm going to make a video about that. That's what they want to see. You see what I'm saying? But I'm mommy right now. I had a chance to go over there and look at her content. I think last time I saw her, she actually had a rant with her and another reactor, and it got heated, and I was like, OMG. But anyway. Yeah, you guys, I had to actually get on there and actually give y'all that. As I said, walk back the memory lane. But yeah, Burger King up here, it actually caught on fire. I was like, what? Man, that Burger King gone. We still got the Popeyes up there, but we ain't got that Burger King no more. I'm thinking they actually going to rebuild it and put us another one up there. I was telling somebody that actually had told me, I said, man, they used to do the most at that Burger King right there. She said, she looked at me and laughed. She said, I think somebody didn't want to work that day. And I just started laughing. I said, my son, ain't nobody messed the Burger King up just because they don't want to go to work. But anyway, I thought that was funny. I really, really did. But yeah, I think the Burger King up here in Montgomery, Alabama will still be back. But I'm trying to get out here and actually see what's going on in the city later on tonight. But somebody said that they finna have a ugly sweater party. I think a girl want to get out and actually, do something. I ain't been out in a minute. I'm gonna see what it is out here and step out here and get in the streets. And also, like I told you guys, I'm still bringing you guys content. I saw on the poll that you guys said you wanted to see me actually cooking the food. OMG. I don't know about that one, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what y'all like. Do y'all like my cooking skills? Now I ain't finna do y'all to the point I'm bringing y'all all in the kitchen. Now I want y'all in my business. Judge me, baby, for real. And I ain't got time to be in and out with y'all and going off on y'all. So I am gonna do the food and show you the food. Now this weekend I want to do a seafood boil. I got all my stuff, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do my little sauce, and I'm gonna let y'all see what it is, see what's tea. You feel me? Because I'm nice in the kitchen, especially with the seafood boils. I ain't really perfected the sauce how I want it, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna, make it do what it do. Cause my child, he likes seafood. He like that crawfish. I like crawfish too, but I like the crab legs. And I've been trying to find blue crab down here, but blue crab down here is so hard to find. Do you understand? I'm like, man, we can't find no blue crab down here for nothing. Now, the extra store that was behind that Burger King, they used to have live crab, but they don't do it no more. So I ain't gonna worry about the blue crab. I ain't gonna be able to get none because I don't like blue crab unless they actually are the live blue crabs. But yeah, that's what's going on over here, and that's what I got going on as far as content. I'm gonna keep bringing y'all the reactionary reviews. I'm waiting to see what they gonna do with the Power Empire. That's what I call it. They're saying that 50 Cent actually he's going to another network. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to the point where I'm gonna give you reviews on that one. Now I know P Valley, that pretty much is still on the table. We don't know what's going on with that. And I'm big mad. I'm punching the air on that one. It ain't got nothing to do with reviews. I done got so hooked on P Valley, and I can't see no new episodes. It's making me mad. But we know when it comes down, people saying that people supposedly allegedly stole something, this and that. It's a lot going on, so we got to see what's gonna really go on. I also saw that they got that movie out with Whitney Houston. Now I'm gonna go and see that. It's supposed to be a biopic of Whitney's life. And when I seen the preview, I think that's something I really want to go see. So I'm gonna go and see that at the movies as well. Because I hadn't been to a movie in a minute. Due to C-19 and all that stuff had going on, you really can't, do stuff like that. But I'm gonna go back and still back do what I do. Get back out there, eat shade, go shopping and do stuff like that. But I'm not vlogging for y'all. So don't even think I'm doing it. No. And the reason why I'm not blogging is because it takes a lot for me to vlog and drive, especially with my child. Cause see, he be doing the most, and I ain't, it's just too much. Now I would like to vlog. I also would like to. What I really wanted to do was do the car mukbangs. That's why I started out when I first got my YouTube channel. I was gonna do the car mukbangs, but you can't do the mukbangs unless you able to actually make sure you got all your food. It's a lot. It's a preparation involved in it. Not saying I can't do it, but it's a lot considering I got my son. Now, if I ain't have my child, yeah, I could do it. But it's a lot. But rest in peace to Burger King up there on the boulevard. Hopefully they'll come back. I don't know. But when I heard that, I was like, okay, somebody messed up in there. But I think they probably had insurance. They probably gonna rebuild it and put another one over there. They ain't finna miss no money at all. Period. Big die, big stamp. They like money. But this time, maybe when they get in there, I can say it now. When they open that restaurant, they better do them burgers right. Cause baby, a lot of time I had to send that stuff back. I be like, man, what is y'all doing in there? They be looking at me like, man, what's wrong with her? Saying myself, man, when I worked at Burger King, man, we couldn't send this mess out like this. We might send it out a couple times, but we can keep coming. We try to go and look for our schedule. We ain't gonna be on there no more. But nowadays, they just want a warm body and spot. They don't care. You not there for nobody. Presentation is everything, but a lot of people they don't stand on that. They do the most inside these restaurants. Now I know that Checkers down the street, they actual food is fire. Do you hear me? Fire. Now I'm not a big fan of Checkers when it comes to the burgers. Now I buy the fried, but they burgers are pretty good. They actually put them together nice. The condiments are actually fresh, and I like their burgers. So I'm gonna go down there maybe next week. I ain't gonna say this weekend. Probably next week and get me a burger and see what they got going on. Try some new stuff, the shakes and all that. Now, as far as Chick-fil-A is concerned, I'm kind of burnt out on Chick-fil-A because I used to work at Chick-fil-A. You know, I'm not saying Chick-fil-A ain't got no good food, but you know, I pretty much had everything on there. Now they got some new stuff on there I want to try, but I ain't, I ain't gonna say that Chick-fil-A ain't good, but when you work there, ate most of the stuff, you kind of burnt out on it. But they got some good food now. I ain't taking away from. I like they shakes the best. They shakes and they fries. But yeah, that's what's going on with Burger King. We rest in peace in it. And most importantly, I'm reacting on that first video I did. Like I told you guys, that's when I reacted on Olivia. If you're not familiar with Olivia, she has Leo's life. Live check her out. Now my Jazzy Life, she got a channel too called My Jazzy Life. Now the other mom, I'm not gonna react on her like I told y'all. She got a channel as well. But yeah, that's what's going on. What I seen in the YouTube streets. But I'm waiting on Gunna and I'm waiting on for the other guy to actually come out and hit the streets and make it official. That's why I'm going to keep back and forth on my Instagram to see when they actually gonna say that actually they don't hit the streets. Now the other guy, he's actually hit the streets. We waiting on Gunna to see what he got going on if he actually gonna hit the streets. And I hope when these guys get out here, they ain't got that many, stipulation where they can't do certain stuff so they can get in the streets. If that makes sense. You feel me? Now another dude I was wondering about was Reginae's ex-boyfriend. Trying to see whether or not he actually was to the point he actually was close to getting out of anything like that. I hadn't heard anything, but I will be keeping you guys abreast, trying to see what's going on as far as his journey in actual jail. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna see what's going on with it. Because I wonder what happened to him when he actually went in the first time. I didn't know he was actually in there till somebody said, man, that dude ain't in there, such and such, this and that. I'm just gonna, go over it allegedly because anybody that knows Reginae knows exactly what I'm speaking of. I don't want to put the man out there like that because at the end of the day, the man is locked down. He got a lot going on. You feel me? But yeah, that's what's going on with Gunna and the rest of the dudes that actually was in the actual supposed, I say allegedly, situation. And anybody that's following YouTube, Facebook, they know exactly who I'm speaking of. But I'm waiting to see when they do get released. I'm ready to see. But you guys, I'm gonna have to actually end this live. I have to go in here and actually get ready for dinner. So I just want to a quick live, let you guys know what I had going on. Yes, I will keep giving you guys the reactions, and I definitely will be doing the reviews. But I'm thinking when I do a review, I'm going to do a review on the Housewives. I'll just say that the Housewives franchise. They have a new franchise of Housewives that actually are streaming right now on Peacock, and I'm actually going to do a review on them. Now, I'm thinking when I do the review, I'm going to do just like I'm doing now. I'm going to go live and hope you guys will tap in. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love on the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Nope.